The following is a live sports presentation of GLICOD Communications, GLICOD.com.
GLICOD's coverage of Kentuckiana Football Friday starts now. Presented by Interstate Batteries.
Good evening and welcome. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here at Providence High School, the home of the Providence Pioneers, and we are glad to be here tonight, Jim. A little bit of a sprinkle in the air, but a great night for the final regular season games here in Southern Indiana.
Well, not to step on your toes, because I know you're going to do the weather report, but it looks like the weather's finally turned to football season. Eighth game of the season, or ninth game.
Well, it finally feels like football weather. You need a sweater or a jacket tonight. 2 days ago, we were sweating almost in the 90s. Today, we were lucky if we got to 60 degrees, and game time temperature 56 degrees out there with a light rain. So that's your game day weather, brought to you by CASA, Clark County CASA. We'll go ahead and just say hello to them. Clark County CASA. Become a volunteer, enrich the life of a child. Call 812-285-0743. But let's talk about the game. That's why we're here. Providence and Linton Stockton. They come down from Linton, Indiana, and the Miners have a pretty good thing going up there. They've been a pretty strong team for several years, and last year they got the better of the Pioneers. Providence looking to even the score this week.
2 years ago, the House of Humility.
Yeah.
So
he has played football for 4 years. He has enjoyed playing football since junior high.
Developed a very fine program.
His plans are to attend
hard-working kids. It's a
IUS,
whole coal mining area in the state of Indiana, so the parents are used to hard work, and I'm sure that carries over to their football team. So yeah, they're going to be. This is going to be a good test for Providence, and Providence is going to give Linton Stockton a good test also.
Well, we talk about the Miners. They come in here on the season 4-4. They play a pretty tough schedule. Open with Southridge, which is defending state champ, if I'm not mistaken, and so they don't take the easy path, and they're going to wrap up their season tonight against a very good Providence team who has won 6 in a row after the first 2 losses of the season to New Albany and Floyd Central, respectively. Since then, they've run the table.
And basketball, Coach Dennison, you'll hear our interview a little bit later. And I asked him about
future plans are to attend Purdue
for mechanical engineering. He likes it. He'll tell you why he likes it during the interview. Helps them get ready. They follow those 3 games with another 4A strong team in Silver Creek.
Charlestown.
So the Silver Creek game got them started, and they have gone 6-0 since then.
And so, they play those tough schools, and I believe it's to get them ready for postseason. And maybe that's worked wonders this year. A lot of people expect them to win their sectional and make a run. Maybe face Linton Stockton again down the road. Wouldn't that be interesting?
That would be interesting, right? 4 times in 2 years playing the same team.
Yeah, well, it's senior night here at Providence as the seniors are introduced before the game, getting a chance to say their farewells. Many of the seniors, depending on how the playoffs play out, this may be the last time they play on this field, and can be an emotional night. How does that play into a game like this, the last chance on your home field?
Well, interestingly enough, when I was coaching, I always had a senior night, parents' night, the first game of the season, and we used to always have a ceremony just with our football team after Thursday's practice before the last game of the season. And when they started the playoffs, you never knew really when your last game was. So we would say this is the last regular season game in a playoff. And what we would do is ask the seniors to tell the rest of the team what it meant to be a senior on this football team. And it was very emotional. I mean, tear-jerking emotional, what the players had to say about that. And that to me was very, very meaningful for our football team, just like senior night is for these players here. It's very meaningful playing their last football game maybe on their home turf or their home AstroTurf.
Yeah,
as it is.
Well, we'll go ahead and take our first break. When we come back, we'll hear your interviews with both Coach Oliver and Coach Dennison. We'll take those and more as our pregame coverage continues. You're listening to GLICOD.com coverage of Kentuckiana High School football. We'll be right back right after this.
Your friendly neighborhood Centric Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure. But it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Meet Indiana's Dr. Rita Fleming. She grew up in Louisville's West End. A young mother of 4 children, she started her career as a nurse and worked her way through medical school. Now her children are grown, and Dr. Fleming has been delivering babies in Jeffersonville for decades.
I'm Dr. Rita Fleming, and I'm running for Indiana House because we need someone who will finally deliver lower health care costs for families.
Dr. Rita Fleming. She will deliver for Southern Indiana. Paid for and authorized by Fleming for District 71. The W.M. Kelly Company, complete metal manufacturing located in New Albany. They are always looking for experienced welders and machine operators. If you're interested in becoming part of their team, contact W.M. Kelly's Human Resources Office at 812-945-3529 or send an email to info@wmkelly.com. W.M. Kelly. Designing, building, innovating. This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by the W.M. Kelly Company in New Albany. With over 40 years experience in metal manufacturing, WMKelly.com.
A couple questions if you don't mind.
No problem.
This is Coach Brian Oliver from Lyndon Stockton High School. And Coach, first question, 4 of the last 5 games, 3 in a row. What's the difference? What's happened?
Well, you look, our first few games of the season, we really started off a little slow at times, but we were playing some really good competition. And we made some adjustments offensively, moved some guys around, and so I think we got them in the good spots right now. Got a couple wins, started building the confidence up. So our schedule wasn't, the second half isn't the same as the first, but coming down here to Providence is definitely going to be a good test for us to see where we're actually at, how much we improved since week 3 and week 4.
Well, I talked to the Providence coach, and they start out with 2 5A teams and a real strong 4A team in the first 3 games. And he looks at that as a real advantage for his program because it lets him know real quick where they're weak and what they need to work on. Same thing with your team?
Absolutely. You look, our first 5 games, 4 of the 5 of those guys have won state championship within the last 4 years. So we're knowing pretty quick what we need to work on and what improvements we need to make, and we were able to do that. And so we adjusted, like I said, adjust our offense, move guys around. So those are huge, I think, especially for him and for us, to find out where we're at, because it's all about the playoffs, getting ourselves ready for the playoffs.
Right. So your philosophy would be you want to fit the kids into your program, or the program into what the kids can do?
Fit the program and with the kids. I don't want to have something that we always do, and then all of a sudden we got a different breed of kids. That's not going to work. So we've always been a shotgun team. Well, now we're under center. So that's something we haven't done in a long time. So but it's working for us right now. We simplified our offense for them. So, but we definitely adjust to our kids.
Well, I know you have a strong running attack. You got 3 really good runners. How do you put your passing game in with that running attack?
Well, you look at the bigger thing there with our passing. With our 3 runners, it's a lot of play action stuff. So as much as we try to run the ball and establish that, we're going to adjust, and then we see the safeties coming up, or outside linebackers, different things like that. We're going to do some play action passes, and then we can still roll out, and our QB's tall enough. Last several years we've had a shorter QB, so now with Trey's a little taller kid that can actually see over the line, and being a sophomore, he's handling it very well so far.
Last question, Coach.
Yep.
How are you getting ready for the playoffs?
Tonight, right now. Actually ever since week 1, and then getting us last few weeks, making those adjustments, and we'll see how well they do against a good quality team before we go into playoffs next week.
Nothing special.
Nothing special.
Coach, thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Good luck tonight.
Thank you. Yeah.
What brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is.
And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Just call or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Remember to contact Theresa Lamb in New Albany.
From pharmacy owner to Jeffersonville City Council and the state capitol, Ron Grooms has been a trusted member of the community for nearly 50 years. As a senator, Grooms helped bring more than 3,500 new jobs to the area while improving education, speeding up Ohio River Bridge construction, addressing the opioid crisis, and delivering balanced state budgets. Re-elect Ron Grooms. He puts people before politics. Paid for by Ron Grooms for State Senate.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
The Locker Room is proud to be a sponsor of Southern Indiana High School Sports, located in historic Jeff at 319 Spring Street. The Locker Room has been a business for over 40 years and was Southern Indiana's first screen printer. They specialize in wholesale screen printing, t-shirts, and have a full-time graphic artist on staff. No job is too big or small. The Locker Room invites you to team up with the best. For more information, call The Locker Room at 282-8600. That's 282-8600.
Tell me the advantage that you think you get with your team starting out the season the way you start out with the 2-5A teams.
Well, it's we always talk about the meat grinder at the beginning of the year when you throw New Albany and Floyd Central in there. Obviously, much bigger schools. Then you throw Silver Creek, it's 4A in there too. So really, the first three are really tough. But it definitely gets you prepared. It shows you where your weaknesses are, what you got to work on to get better. Rather than playing a team that it's not going to present a challenge to you, you're not going to know if you're any good or not, and where your faults are. So definitely playing two schools like that definitely has helped us. It helped us last year. Hopefully it's helping us this year down the road. Our ultimate goal obviously is to do well in the playoffs. If we don't have a conference to play for, to do well in the playoffs, and last year we did, and I think it was a lot of because of our strength of schedule. And same thing here. We're finishing up with a really good Linton Stockton team. That definitely will show you what you need to work on for the playoffs to advance.
Well, I agree with that because I remember we always open with rights, and I always said, well, this is one of the toughest teams you could open with, but it's going to show us where we're weak and what we need to work on. So I agree with you. I think it's an advantage for you and for your team to do that. What do you attribute to your improvement this year? I mean, you're on 6-0 right now. What are you doing?
Well, a lot of it goes to the kids and their desire, their effort they put in, the focus they put in. A lot of teams when they get down, 0-2, that's get down on themselves and everything. But they see the big picture. I think they saw what it did for us last year. They realized they got to continue to work hard, and they have over the past 6 weeks, and paid a lot of attention to detail, and we've gotten a lot better.
Well, hard work and paying attention to detail will always pay off for me, Coach.
Absolutely.
Well, one last question, Coach. I'll let you get back to work. What are you doing now to prepare for the playoffs?
Well, we're just right now just trying to get through the Linton game. We'll start working on that first thing tomorrow morning, and we've already got our film trade with Switzerland County, so we'll start watching that probably first thing in the morning, and we'll start game planning for that and start working out this weekend.
Coach, good luck to you. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Mayhem is everywhere. I'm an extremely average golfer. I take my first full swing of the day and hit a perfect duck hook over the frontage road and right through your windshield. You yank the wheel and end up OB in a water hazard. And if you have cut rate insurance, you could be out a whole lot of green. So get Allstate.
And Floyd Knobs, call Allstate agent Packy Page today.
Hi folks, Jeff Kennedy with HKC Roofing. HKC has a full-time quality control supervisor on all our jobs. That's why we provide the best warranties in the roofing industry. We're so sure you'll love your new HKC roof. If you aren't satisfied, we'll pay a competitor to replace it. Call us now for your free digital roof analysis at 502-212-1081 or go online at roofyourhouse.com.
Your friendly neighborhood Centra Credit Union here. Up for saving money? Visit Centra.org or a branch today for a free loan checkup. We'll look at what you're spending on loan payments at Centra or with other lenders, and if we can help you save money, we'll tell you how, because every nickel counts.
Jimmy, oh, what I see there in your ear, it's a nickel. How'd it get there?
Even those nickels.
Save them up, and someday you'll be rich.
Centra Credit Union, centered around you. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing opportunity. All loans subject to credit approval.
Meet Indiana's Dr. Rita Fleming. She grew up in Louisville's West End. A young mother of 4 children, she started her career as a nurse and worked her way through medical school. Now her children are grown, and Dr. Fleming has been delivering babies in Jeffersonville for decades.
I'm Dr. Rita Fleming, and I'm running for Indiana House because we need someone who will finally deliver lower health care costs for families.
Dr. Rita Fleming. She will deliver for Southern Indiana.
Paid for and authorized by Fleming for District 71. You're busy, always on the go, and when you need your car repaired, you need it done right. At Call's Body Shop and Auto Service, you can now make an estimate appointment to better serve you. Just call 949-5245 and schedule a time that fits your schedule. They're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5 and are family owned and operated. They've been serving your family since 1954. At 2801 Mount Tabor Road in New Albany. Call Call's Collision Repair at 949-5245. For mechanical repair, it's 948-2778. That's Call's Body Shop and Auto Service. Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
What?
No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
GLICOD.com is the premier online source for the most in-depth coverage of high school sports. From the best in play-by-play events to real-time score updates and a gallery of the area's top performers, GLICOD.com is a must-click for more on your favorite team. Browse and watch video, audio, live, and archived. That's GLICOD.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter too at GLICOD.
What brings you and Greg to marriage counseling today?
Jake from State Farm. My husband calls him all the time. 2, 3 in the morning, it doesn't matter.
Greg, is this true?
Yeah, Jake saves us tons on our insurance, no matter what time it is.
And how much did he save you?
Hundreds.
Can I call this Jake from State Farm?
You've got to be kidding me.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Just call or click today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Remember to contact Doug Fisher in Clarksville.
And welcome back here as the last echoes of the national anthem fade away. Jim Kazmarek, Mike Beck in the booth tonight as we prepare for Linton, Stockton, and Providence. And let's talk about keys to the game tonight. And our keys to the game brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page and Floyd Snobs. For a free quote on your car insurance, stop by his office in Highlander Point or give him a call, 812-202-7271. Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. Keys to the game, let's start with the Miners. They're on the road, so they've got the harder path.
Well, you know, they long trip down to Providence. It always affects high school kids. We saw that when New Albany went up to Bloomington North. Mm-hmm. So overcome that. It looks like they got here early. They didn't have to hustle. They were out here way early before the game started warming up, so that shouldn't be a problem. The key, they're going to have to control the football like they've done their last 4 or 5 games of the season. Right now they've got 1,943 yards rushing, but they still have a potent passing attack. They have over 900 yards passing. So they're going to mix in some play-action passes. Providence can't just load up the front and stop the run because their quarterback's going to be able to throw some short, quick play-action passes. So they've got to play heads-up defense. Providence has got 1,908 yards rushing. So they're basically, this is going to be like an inter-squad game because they both run the same kind of offense, a double wing, one running back, quarterback under center. Both teams going to run the ball strong. So who's going to stop the other team's running attack and who's going to keep heads up, watch for the play-action pass? Games like this, sometimes it just comes down to kicking game, fumbles, turnovers, hopefully not penalties.
Yeah, that we've seen enough penalties this season. I don't want to see any more. When you talk about two offenses that are evenly matched, it may come down not to the offensive side of the ball, but what they have on defense. And Pioneers have really been tested this season. They've faced some pretty potent running backs. Austin Opal from the New Albany. They have a couple of good running backs from Floyd Central. Yep. There's Marion Lukes, who's rushed for over 2,000 yards this year.
And Providence held them to 80, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that, yeah. So is it fair to say that Providence defense is going to probably determine the winner of this game? If they show up tonight, they may come away with a win. If they don't show up tonight, it could be a long night for the Pioneers.
But again, I would reiterate that Providence has to be aware of that play-action pass, that they just can't focus in on stopping Linton Stockton's running game.
Well, that'll be interesting to watch, see how that unfolds. Keys to the game tonight, again, brought to you by Allstate Insurance Agent Packy Page. We'll go ahead and take one more break. As we close in on starting lineups, we'll be talking about that right after this.
Many children in your community need a voice. That's why you should volunteer for CASA, court-appointed special advocates who stand for the best interest of abused and neglected children involved in the court system. CASA volunteers are ordinary community members, and as a volunteer, you'll receive plenty of training and have lots of resources to help you with your cases. For more information or to become a volunteer, contact your local CASA office or visit casaforchildren.org.
Doug and Maureen hope to travel the world as missionaries in some of the most remote nations. We honor them for their work. Thanks, guys.
Bill and Frank have served the country with honor during the Vietnam War. Bill has 2 Purple Hearts. Thank you both for your service.
We're truly honored to serve a generation that's really made a difference. For more information about American senior communities, please visit us at asccare.com.
Hello, this is Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll. I'd like to ask for your vote for re-election on Tuesday, November the 6th. And also, this ad was paid for and approved by Jamie Knoll for Sheriff.
When it comes to basketball, the Kentucky Wildcats are legendary. And when it comes to steaks, so is Pat's Steakhouse. Pat's opened in 1958, the same year the Fiddlin' Five won the national title. To make a reservation, call 502-893-2062 and check out PatSteakhouseLouisville.com. And when the weather's nice, make sure to ask about sitting out on the patio at Pat's. Pat's Steakhouse. They're not the best because they're the oldest. They're the oldest because they're the best.
And welcome back. Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek here, Providence High School. Tonight's starting lineups brought to you by Vonier's Auto Air. Vonier's services our product. Vonier's Auto Air and Jeff, 812-283-6215. Who are some of the starters we're going to want to pay attention to tonight?
Well, you know, in baseball, they talk about being strong up the middle, catcher, pitcher, second base, shortstop, center fielder. Right. Let's talk about a football team that's strong up the center. We'll start with the center, Ryan Gunther, 6'2", 225. The 2 guards next to him, Peyton DeLucio, 6 foot 210. Nolan McCain, 6'2", 220. The running back is Kevin Smith, 6'205", and of course Joe Dennis, the quarterback, makes everything work for them at 6'175". So Providence is going to be very, very strong up the middle.
All right. What about some key starters for Linton Stockton?
Well, and we can maybe do the same thing with Linton Stockton with Tyler Monjo at center, a junior at 6 foot 200 pounds. Ken Burris, a guard at 6'1", 215. Vetter Rogers, guard at 6'1", 220. Their quarterback is
is it Dyer?
No, it is Goodman, Trey Goodman. Trey Goodman at 6'2", 205, and their running back is Luke Lanham at 5'8", 175. So again, both these teams are going to be very, very strong up the middle.
Vonyers Auto Air starting lineup. Stand by. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this on GLICOD.com. Don't go away.
Whether your car needs a routine fix or an important repair, you'll want to take it to Vonyers, family owned in Jeffersonville since 1981, with old-fashioned values including honesty and integrity. Vonyers is dedicated to giving your car the best possible service in the industry. That's why service is our product at Vonyers, located at 1903 Dutch Lane in Jeffersonville. Call 812-283-6215. That's 812-283-6215. Online at Vonyers.com.
From pharmacy owner to Jeffersonville City Council and the state capitol, Ron Grooms has been a trusted member of the community for nearly 50 years. As a senator, Grooms helped bring more than 3,500 new jobs to the area while improving education, speeding up Ohio River Bridge construction, addressing the opioid crisis, and delivering balanced state budgets. Re-elect Ron Grooms. He puts people before politics. Paid for by Ron Grooms for State Senate.
Dr. Carter's office, Annette speaking. How may I help you?
From your very first call through your dental exam and recare appointments, the warm personal care from Dr. Todd Carter and his friendly staff at Carter Family Dentistry will put you at ease. Dr. Carter can take care of you and your family's dental needs, from gentle cleanings to complex procedures. Call Annette or Joyce today at 812-944-5155 and see why 5 generations of patients still return to Carter Family Dentistry, located on Mount Tabor Road in New Albany.
Dubuque County Fair is about to get its face melted! Yeah!
1 second. I guess their faces are safe.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff, shut up. Shut up, Jeff.
I don't need your help.
Just like what happened in Pittsburgh.
Never mention Pittsburgh!
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate.
And welcome as the ball is kicked off, and we're going to get right to it here on GLICOD.com. A run all the way back to almost midfield, kickoff return by Luke Lannon, and that's a great way to start the ball game if you're Linton Stockton Minor.
Couldn't think of a better way to start.
Mike Beck, Jim Kazmarek in the booth tonight on a cool, wet night. Feels like fall, feels like football weather. Miners 1st and 10, ball at the 49-yard line. We'll start it here. Straight ahead. About 2 yards maybe on that carry. Maybe 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
About 3 yards. Peyton DeLucio to make the stop.
Luke Lannon on the carry for the Miners, and we'll see a lot of things that look very similar as the Miners and the Pioneers built kind of the same way.
Right. They had double wing with 1 split end.
Goodman under center, motion man, and he'll get the handoff and go around the right side and finally get stacked up by a couple of blue shirts, but not until he gets to about the 44-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 3.
Carry by Lance Dyer.
About 4 yards on that carry. And a nice run that time.
Kind of a takeoff the jet, what they call the jet sweep.
Yeah.
Instead of being a wide receiver carrying it, it's the wing back carrying it.
That's more like a biplane sweep there.
There you go.
Or prop sweep.
Hand it off, looking for some room. Howard, nowhere to go.
Left side going to come up just short of the 1st down. It'll be 4th and 1. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line.
Cash out, the Miners going to go for it.
And the Miners appear to be lining up to go for it on 4th down.
He's got a lot of confidence in his running game. Remember, 1,900 yards rushing. 2 yards should be fairly simple.
Yes, about 1.5 yards as where the ball is spotted, and we'll see what the Pioneers can do. Be a great place to run a little play action. Straight ahead, left side, and he's stuffed. Luke Lannon does not get the first down, and the Pioneers come up strong. Big stop by James Hoke and others. And Providence takes over after shutting them down there on that drive.
Surprised that they just went off tackle with the fullback or the running back.
Pioneers will start.
Usually pretty strong in the running game. That time the Pioneers had an answer. 1st and 10, we'll see the Pioneer offense for the first time tonight. Joe Dennis brings them up. And offensively, it looks almost exactly the same. Except for the shotgun. Motion man, Caden Williams. He'll take the little pitch. He's going to the left side, gets to the corner. He's got the sidelines, cuts it back into the playing field, keeps fighting, and gets punished after picking up a nice gain of about 18 yards, I believe. Nice run from Caden Williams. They'll spot him down the 38-yard line. That's a first down.
Well, you know, maybe the difference in this game is going to be Providence seems to have a little more speed right now.
Caden Williams been a star player for the Pioneers since his sophomore season, and he's proven the money man this year as well.
Once again to the other side.
Williams, right side, cuts it back up a little sooner. He'll only get 4 this time. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Ball down to about the 35-yard line. Or just across it. You're going to see a lot of him tonight.
Well, you know, it's interesting how Providence is running their double wing, with their deep motion. It almost ends up like a pistol.
Yeah, it does. Kevin Smith, the single setback, along with quarterback Joe Dennis. Smith now to his right. Man in motion is Williams. He'll take the pitch. We're going to go right side. Caden Williams looking for a seam, finds it. Nice little jumping, dancing move and across the 30-yard line. And it's going to be very close to a first down. What are you seeing so far, Coach?
Well, I tell you what I saw that time was a great block by Providence's tight end. Really sealed off that whole side of the Linton-Stockton defensive line. So great seal block by the tight end.
First down ball at the 27-yard line. Caden Williams also very patient on that run where he was looking for a block, waiting for something to kind of open up. He waited for it. He found it. And Pioneers pick up their second first down in this drive. Motion man. It's a touchdown. He won't get him caught. Jeremy Gettelfinger takes off and goes 27 yards for the score. And the Pioneers strike first.
Quickly. And as you could see in these first series, a difference in speed. Providence's 3 running backs seem to be a quick step over the Linton. Say that fast. Quick step. Quick step over the Linton defense.
Brandon Schaefer in to kick the extra point. Snap in the holder there. Kick is up and good as well. And the Pioneers push it 7-0 here early in the first quarter. As they look to avenge a loss last season, they made the long trip up to Linton, Indiana, and they came out flat that game and really never got on track.
Well, and Coach Oliver may second-guess himself on that 4th and 1, but he's probably had that call several times this year and made it. So.
Yep, and you know, that's one of those momentum shifts where Pioneers get the stop. That's a big emotional lift, and they go down the field on a nice-looking drive.
Yep, very nice. Nice change. Some wide plays, some inside plays, off-tackle play, mixed up the offense very well.
At some point tonight, I'm going to ask you a theoretical question, and I'll ask it now and let you ponder it. I don't want your answer yet.
As long as it's not theoretical physics.
Not physics or theology or anything like that.
Okay.
But as teams go further and further in the state tournament, at higher levels you seem to have a much more sophisticated offense where you have a lot of passing attack. Do you find that the smaller schools, the single A, the 2A schools, are more running based? And your thoughts on why that may be? Schaefer to kick off. Little squib kick. They're not going to put it deep this time. Taken by an up back. And he's corralled pretty quickly across the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Linton Stockton. And that was picked up by Noah Rickards, and he didn't go far at all.
Returned by Noah Rickards.
Miners come out. They'll start their second offensive series. They went 4 and out, really.
4 and out.
And turned it over on downs. Pioneers took advantage of that, marched downfield, took the lead. Pioneers move, but get back. Long count. He's checking his armband. Quick pitch left side. Through the arms of the defender. Now they'll get him stopped, and a whistle will stop him at forward progress out to the 38. Landing on the carry. Picked up 5, maybe 6. We'll give him 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Any thoughts on that?
Well, and it probably has to do, actually, coaching a running attack is a little more difficult.
Handoff straight ahead, and he finds a seam, and he'll get out to the first down and more. Luke Lannon, he's a junior, but he's already a captain of this squad, and he's providing some leadership tonight. Ball at the 46.
So, I mean, there's a lot of factors to go into what you talked about. That's an interesting question. I think coaching a running game is more time-consuming.
Lance Dyer on the pitch, tries the right side. It's not there.
Yeah, he got about 5, though.
Yeah, made something out of nothing. First, I thought he was going to get stopped short. Hoke comes over from the linebacker spot to wrap him up. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 5.
So, actually, coaching, I found coaching a passing attack is easy. It's easier for the lineman to block.
Really?
Much easier for the lineman to block. You have to be very passive. Most offensive linemen are.
Snap. They'll try the left side.
Only gained about 1.
That'll be 3rd down.
Carry by Cash Howard.
Cash Howard on the carry. He's cash and carry.
Cash and carry. I told you, he put him up on an all-name team.
He's on the all-name team, right. And he's only had the ball once. 3rd down and 3. Interesting. Now, that's not a slight on big offensive linemen. They just
that's just the nature of you want an aggressive person to play on the defensive line, and you don't want to be very aggressive on the offensive line. Although you need to be more of a that was a mix-up in the backfield.
Loose ball. Ball's on the ground, and it looks as if the Pioneers are on it.
Looks like Pioneer may have it.
And a turnover.
Miners turnover.
Turns into another opportunity for Providence.
In Linton territory.
And we got a Miner who is shaken up on the play.
It's number
Ben Burris.
Yeah, 72. He's starting guard and starting defensive end.
And he's going to come off the field.
Can't afford to lose him. So going back to your question, sometimes it would be you'd find more athletic kids on the larger schools because they have a bigger pool to pick from.
Williams in motion, gets the handoff,
cuts
it upfield. He's got a lot of room.
Nice jump move.
How fast is he? We'll find out. There are the Jets. He's going all the way. Touchdown, Caden Williams.
49. 49-yard run.
Oh, my goodness.
And you really can. On that particular play right there, you saw a difference in athletic ability, speed, his jump move back outside. Really froze the Linton Stockton defensive perimeter people, and then he just outran the secondary.
Yeah, he hit the afterburner. He's about the 35-yard line, and they weren't going to catch him. Schaefer in for the extra point attempt. Snap, the hold, and the kick. All just the way you design it.
Yep.
14-0 here early in the first quarter. Early in the game, anyway.
Yeah, not what I was expecting.
Pioneers.
I was expecting to grind it out and I am impressed with this. The first time I've got a chance to see Providence play this year. They are a fine football team.
Well, we opened the season here. New Albany came into here. We had caught the Bulldogs and the Pioneers, and you know, New Albany comes in. They had a lot of hope for this season, a lot of good-looking athletes. Austin Opal, I think, has been a bit of a surprise, but they really kind of handled Providence, and from there they went up on the hill, played Floyd Central. They didn't lose badly, but they got beat. Then we saw them third week at Silver Creek, and it was a completely different squad in 2 weeks. This doesn't surprise me at all.
So you've had this their third chance
time.
You've seen
yeah.
Okay.
And you see the progression. They're playing their best football at the right time.
Yes. Well, that's for sure.
Brandon Schaefer into kickoff, 14-0 lead. Pioneers on the upside of this one in a hurry.
Oh, there was offside.
Little squib kick. Was there a flag?
Nope, no flag. Oh!
Loose ball. Did they get it back? It looks as if Pioneers were fighting for it.
Pioneers think they have it. They're jumping around, signaling. Oh, and the referee said it was Linton.
Pioneers got close, but not quite, and it'll be 1st and 10 on the 29-yard line as the Miners come out, and they're a little shell-shocked, I think.
Yes, I think you're right. I don't think they were expecting this.
Spot the ball at the 29.
Not only is it they got stunned on a couple of offensive runs, but now in the kickoff they seem a little discombobulated.
Yeah. Can you spell that?
No, I can't, but I can say it, I think.
I'm glad you can. I had trouble with quick start.
Timeout taken by the Pioneers. They want to talk it over for a moment, so they'll take a quick break. We'll take a quick break as well. Be right back right after this on GLICOD.com. Stay with us, folks. More football right after this.
My dealer smells like roses and cinnamon gum.
When I was born, my dealer brought a teddy bear to the hospital.
My dealer pays for my college tuition.
She makes the best chocolate chip cookies. Plus, she comes to all of my basketball games.
Now he calls me princess, which I don't really like, but he's cool.
Sometimes she even does my laundry.
Don't turn someone who loves you into your dealer. If your name isn't on the label, the pills aren't yours.
Hi, this is Sheriff Jamie Knoll of the Clark County Sheriff's Office reminding you to please buckle up, wear your seatbelts, and refrain from texting while you're behind the wheel. Your safety is our priority. Enjoy the game.
And we're back here. First quarter,
on October 19th.
Providence 14, Linton Stockton nothing. Miners have their third attempt here on offense. Going to put it up in the air, try to get to receiver, and high over everyone. Kevin Smith out there defending for the Pioneers and over his outstretched hands as well. Incomplete. First series stopped on a 4th and 1. Second series a fumble. And now they open their third series with an incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
Good luck to our volleyball team tomorrow as well. They compete.
Pass sailed on him a little bit. He pulled up, didn't quite get his shoulders turned away way you would want him to, and the ball sailed on him a little bit.
How much time do these coaches have to work on mechanics like quarterback's throwing motion? Do you really get that time in practice that you want?
At this time of the year, probably not much at all. That's pretty much done.
Lance Dyer on the pitch. He beats the first wave of defense.
Yeah, that's a good run.
It gets a nice run. He's brought down. Kevin Smith pulls him down.
He had a little bit of speed. He showed a little speed there.
Well, they said, you guys can do it. Well, we ain't quite done yet either. Ball out to the 49, 1st and 10.
Now, you were asking about the quarterback passing. That doesn't mean you don't do your passing drills. The quarterbacks always come out early on practice and practice their passing drills and their
left side, straight ahead. Big run this time. Another 15 yards.
Yeah, that's Cash Howard.
Pioneers defense may have gotten a little confident after the first two drives. If not, this may be a little bit of a wake-up call for them.
Or maybe Linton Stockton decided to buckle it up and play a little harder.
1st and 10. Straight ahead. Landing on the carry, not much there. Maybe a couple. We'll see where they put it down.
They'll give him 3.
Brought down by Nolan McCain of the Pioneers.
Nolan McCain on the stop for the Pioneers.
Pickup of about
3 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Senior night here at Providence. Last regular season game for the Indiana schools. Next week they open their postseason tournaments. Dyer goes right. And he's going to get dropped just short of the 30-yard line. They put it down at the 31. It'll be third down and about 4.
31, brought down by Peyton DeLucio.
Not a difficult or too difficult draw here, 3rd and 4.
No. It's good play-action pass time right here. Oh.
Goodman checking
out
his wrist.
The play card.
Put a man in motion. Now he goes to the left. Good defensive stand that time.
Good stop by
Caden Williams.
Good stop by James Hoke.
Hoke and Williams came up and made a team tackle there. And no gain on the play, maybe even a half-a-yard loss. It'll be 4th and 4, and this is 4-down territory.
No question they're going to go for it.
Pioneers get another shutdown here. They're going to feel really good about how their defense is playing tonight. Two wide, split out to the far side. The pitch to Lannon. He escaped one, but didn't escape the other, and he lost 3 yards.
And that's surprising there wasn't a flag on that, because that's that old horse collar tackle.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there wasn't a flag.
Perhaps because he slipped out of it, they didn't call it, because that I half expected a flag, but maybe they heard us beforehand. No flags tonight.
No flags tonight. Okay, I like that.
Either way, it's a break for the Pioneers as they shut them down on 4th down, and ball goes back to the 35-yard line. The Pioneers 1st and 10. Pretty pleased with how their defense is playing tonight so far. Joe Dennis in the pistol. Now they move some players around. Motion man Caden Williams, he'll take the pitch. We got a flag, most likely a hold. Williams beats 1, 2. He has 1st down yardage, but this is likely to come back. They said he was in motion. So motion penalty will bring this one back. It'll be 1st and 15 from the 30-yard line. So much for the no flag zone.
Linton Stockton's got kind of a strange defense. They've got a 5-man front, but all 5 of their linemen are down in a 3-point stance, which makes them a little vulnerable to outside running plays.
Yeah.
Or any play that bounces outside.
It's almost like a 5-2 with the DEs
down in a stance, and
if you're going to do that, you usually have the defensive ends up.
Well, you do, or you have outside linebackers that are protecting that left and right flank off of the defensive ends.
Yeah, it's hard to do when you get 5 down front because you run out of players. They don't really have a cornerback per se.
No.
Handoff straight ahead.
That's a good play. Good defensive play that time. A little penetration.
Kevin Smith on the carry, and he'll lose a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 16 as the Miners kind of sniffed that one out.
Well, they just got some penetration, and against the types of plays that Providence is running, if you can get some penetration through you'll mess up the timing on some of those plays.
2nd and 16. Pioneer offense had some big hit plays, but they're going to need another one here. Joe Dennis throws it down. It's caught.
It is caught, and
Bryce Drury on the reception. Was that
may have been the most obvious offensive pass interference I've ever seen. That's not called.
He just literally threw the defender past him, and the Miners got to be pulling their hair out over there on the far sideline.
We've got to get what do we have? About a 20-yard gain there, Mike.
That was 31 yards. 1st and 10 from the 40. Caden Williams on the pitch.
Oh, it's a nice play by the defensive player for Linton Stockton. That was, let me get his number, referee, 63.
69, I think.
69, Chase Howard. That's Cash Howard's brother.
Yeah.
Nice play on his part.
He was in there in the backfield, introduced himself to Mr. Williams, and took him to the ground. Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Getting a little more penetration on this series from the Miners defense.
Right.
And they're going to have to if they want to shut down this Pioneer offense. But nice pass last play. Williams got the end sealed. It's a foot race. He's so fast, they're not going to get to him.
Right.
Touchdown, Caden Williams, 40 yards this time.
He is having himself quite a night, and that left side of Linton's defense is Providence has found the weak spot in that Linton defense right there.
Well, not only that, but what a great job of sealing that side. The blocking was beautiful.
Again, the tight end, Hoke, the tight end, does a fantastic job.
First quarter score, 20-0. Schaefer in to try to add one more. Snap and a hold, and a kick. All just the way you draw it up.
Extra point is good by
21-0. And I'm not saying the Miners are playing badly, but the Pioneers are just showing off.
Then they've got some speed and some athleticism, and they're just keeping them off balance. So, maybe I know Linton Stockton is running the defense that they probably have run all year, and it's worked well for the last 5 games for them. But the more I look at it, it's a defense that goes back years. We used to call that a 7 diamond because basically they've got those 4-5 down linemen in a 3-point stance. Yeah. And then there are 2 kind of stand-up outside linebackers that are just playing out in the flanks a little bit. And then 1 middle linebacker. And that only, it doesn't leave many people back in the secondary to
no. If you get past that front 5, front 7, you it's Katie bar the door.
Yep.
Well, the results this year quite different than the one we saw last year, and we made the long trip. Me and Antoine Wardlow drove to Bedford and then took a left and kept going. It was like, are we in Illinois yet?
But just about.
we got there, and they were so friendly up there. Yeah. What a wonderful community, great school. They love their football in Linton, Indiana. Schaefer to kick off. A little poocher, this time to the right side, bounces a couple times, taken and advanced. Drake Cunningham grabbed the loose ball and got some positive yards for the Miners.
Yes, he did. Those kicks are sometimes the real dickens to try to field. That football doesn't always bounce straight up and down.
No, there's a reason that God invented football to be made with a pigskin, because it's about as hard to grab as a grease pig sometimes. 1st and 10, ball at the 40-yard line. 21-0 in the first quarter here. Quarterback throws it out the left side, has a wide-open receiver, and just lets it sail. Devin Robertson, he was not going to climb up that ladder and get it from Trey Goodman.
Yeah, and that ball looked like it actually slipped out of his hand. It's probably just enough wet to cause that to slide out of his hand.
A little bit of moisture here tonight. Light rain in the area. I don't believe it's raining at the moment. The umbrellas are up. If it is, it's kind of a drizzle or a sprinkle.
Right.
May impact the handling of the ball. It's not a downpour by any stretch, though. Motion, Dyer, straight ahead is the handoff, and maybe 2 yards. And that's going to be Lannon again. And they'll give him a couple. It'll be 3rd and 8, and now passing game for the Miners not been clicking at all tonight. No receptions.
In their offense, they've had 900 and some yards in passing, so they're capable of passing.
3rd and 8, big 3rd down play here. That one didn't go anywhere. Lance Dyer on the carry, and he lost a yard. It'll be 4th and 9. And
right now Providence is not to interrupt, but right now Providence's defensive front 3, their front 3 are really dominating this game. They've really controlled the 5 linemen for Linton Stockton.
And we will take it all the way out at the end of the first quarter. It is Providence 21, Linton Stockton nothing. We'll take a break and be back with our second quarter right after this on GLICOD.com.